Good day, fellow campers. This is going to be a video about the correct way to weigh an RV. It will be based on weighing a truck and trailer, whether it's a travel trailer or a fifth wheel. This procedure will also work with a motorhome, whether it's towing or not. We will be getting our weights using a C.A.T scale. It can be done with a single flat scale, but C.A.T scales are so easy to find, why bother? C.A.T scale even has an app for that. Stick around to the end when we have all of our weights. I'll explain what all those weights mean, how they go together. It's important to understand all the weights so you know if your rig is safe and legal. The most important thing to know is that you'll need to get on the scale twice. Once with your entire rig, truck and trailer, and once with just the truck. With these two sets of weights and a little arithmetic, you will know everything weight-wise you need to know to determine if your rig is safe and legal. Doesn't matter which order you do it in, truck, then truck and trailer, or the other way around. Also remember, you want to get all your weights loaded for the road. Let me pause here for one quick but important note. Do not under any circumstances unhook from your trailer while it is setting on the scale. Get your weight, take your trailer to a parking space, unhook, go back and get your other weight. If you unhook while you're parked on the scale, you can damage the calibration of the scale. I see so many posts on Facebook asking, is truck X enough to pull trailer Y? At the end of this video, you will be able to answer that question for yourself. Before we actually drive onto the scale to get our weights, let's talk a bit about how C.A.T scales work. A C.A.T scale is actually made up of three separate, smaller scales. One scale or plate is for your truck's front or steer tires. The second scale is for your truck's rear or drive tires. The third scale is for your trailer's tires. These scales get the most accurate weights. The closer to the center of the scale or plate you are able to place your tires. So as you drive up on the scale, watch that you are as centered as possible, both front to rear and left to right. This will help ensure your weights are as accurate as possible. Because our coach is currently set up in an RV park, I'll be weighing the truck alone and then weighing the entire rig once we leave the RV park. Like I said earlier, this works as long as you get both sets of weights.
Notice how he's staying right in the center of the scale.
First weigh.
You don't need this for the DMV?
No, I do not.
Did you want to put a truck number or a name?
That's just a private RV. You can use Bruce.
So just put RV?
Correct.
Okay, everybody please go out the scale so you guys decide.
Thank you. All right, so now we have our first set of weights. We have our steer axle, we have our drive axle, And of course, we have no trailer yet. We'll use these weights along with the next set of weights at the end of the video.
Once again, notice Bruce trying to stay in the center of the scale. Did you push the button?
So I'm just gonna wait until she's off the scale. Okay, you're good, thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay, now I have the second set of weights. It will be steer axle, drive axle, and now we have a trailer axle, along with the total of the entire rig, truck and trailer. We'll use these set of weights along with the first set to get all the information that we need. Now that we have our two weight tickets, let's talk about those weights and what they mean. First, the scale ticket for just the truck. Our steers weighed 5,480 pounds. The drives, which is the rear axle of the truck, weighed 3,960 pounds. So the total weight for our truck is 9,440 pounds. Next, we'll talk about the weight for the entire rig, which is our truck and our trailer together. Steer axle still weighs 5,480 pounds. The drive axle, including the trailer's pin weight now, is 7,360 pounds. The weight on the trailer axles are 16,080 pounds. You want to make sure that that does not exceed the total of the axle weight rating on all three of your trailer axles. And our total weight is 28,920 pounds. This number is important. You want to make sure that it is not greater than the gross combined vehicle weight rating of your truck. Now let's use these weights to calculate the other weights we need. First is our trailer weight. In order to get trailer weight, we want to subtract the weight of our truck from the total weight of the entire rig. The number that's left is 19,480 pounds. That's how much the trailer weighs. Second is trailer pin weight. This is important because you have to not want to exceed the payload rating on your truck. In order to get pin weight, we're going to subtract the drive axle weight of the unloaded truck from the drive axle weight of the truck and trailer. The number that's left is 3,400 pounds. That's the pin weight for my trailer. It's important to note that even though in my case all of my pin weight is on the drive axle, that is not always the case. If you are pulling a bumper pull, The weight distribution hitch will put some of your pin weight or tongue weight on your steer axle. Also, some fifth wheel hitches are installed in such a way as to put some of the pin weight on the steer axle. If you're in one of these situations, then you will need to do the same thing I did with the drive axle and add those two weights together in order to get your pin weight. Last is the gross vehicle weight of the truck. You do not want to exceed the GVWR, gross vehicle weight rating, of your truck when you're towing a trailer. In order to determine that weight, we're going to add our steer axle when we're hooked to the trailer from the drive axle when we're hooked to the trailer. That gives us a GVW of 12,840 pounds. You do not want this to exceed the GVWR of your truck. Now you know all you need to know if your rig is safe and legal. Thanks for watching, and I sincerely hope this video is helpful. And as always, remember to like and subscribe.